So yeah, this time, episode 38 in Digimon Savers slash Data Squad slash Data Savers. You ready for peak Digimon bullshit?
So before we get to the big moments,
Welcome
there's
to,
some. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Do you
welcome to
think?
the Anispective cast where we talk about Digimon and sometimes it's really bad and sometimes it's cool as fuck.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, there's just some like little random moments throughout the fight that are cool. Like all of them band together and they're all fighting with each other and everything. And like Belphemon does like a big attack, and it's like it's going to hit Shine Greymon, or it's going to hit Masaru specifically, I think. And like
Yes.
everybody comes up to block it, and this is after everybody else took a big hit already. And it's like, oh, the Digimon are like, yeah, we got your back or whatever. And then it cuts to like their tamers. And I like the shot of Ikuto lying on the ground. And like you just see like the front, like his legs and like his torso. He just raises his hand up with a thumbs up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was weirdly funny for this
Oh man,
moment.
I love it. Man, so this time everyone's like just find Belphemon for real. And they have a whole thing where like they freaking punch him in the face with both like Masaru's hand and Agumon's hand. Is like everyone else does their crap. So it's like, yeah, Agumon's also finally getting the punch in as well.
Yeah, basically everybody is covering Masaru and Agumon so they can get their punch so they can evolve.
Is the only time Toma's strategies have ever worked, and it's
Oh,
glorious.
yeah. Toma's not just ordering Mirage Galgamon around. He's ordering everyone around because it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's coordinating everyone, and because, it's Belphemon, he's a big, crazy monster, of course he wouldn't catch on to it.
Yeah. And he's like both of the chessmon, you hang back and just provide background support, and I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense.
And he's like, yeah, like, hey, Ravemon, like, Mirage Galgon, go left, Rosemon, go right, do a distraction.
Yeah.
Just attack plan Gamma Alpha.
Except that doesn't work because they don't know all the tag combinations. So he has to actually tell them what to do. By the way, is this? I think we're jumping ahead past the Karada pimple.
Yeah, no, that happens later, I think, because they start winning, and then, like, the Karaf pimple
Oh,
happens after, like, they get Shine Greymon out.
right. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Because, yeah, they go Shine Greymon, and it's like, freaking, there's a quick note where it's like, oh, yeah, wow, Shine Greymon's really, like, holding his own. He's, like, stronger than ever.
Yeah,
And it's just
it
so
helps.
well done. I love it so much.
Yeah, it helps that he's the only one who's not hurt.
Yeah, and they have some good music going for like, everything lining up and just feeling really satisfying. It's like Master's on top of his game. He's like, yeah, I'm not just doing this for me. It's like, I'm doing this with Agron together and we're gonna take this guy down for like the sake of the world. And it's like, okay, awesome. He finally gets it.
Yeah,
Finally. And then Karada's head forms out Belphemon's chest.
he's just like screaming about how much he hates the Daimon family.
He just starts screaming, hate, 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 and I kind of wish that was all he ever says.
Just goes full Broly, and he's just screaming
Yeah,
the name of the person he hates.
not even that. It's like everything he says is just the word hate over and over again in different ways.
Right.
But no, instead he's giving whole like monologues on how he hates like Masaru's dad and stuff. And he's like, oh, it's always one of your family that gets in my way. He's like, oh, I hate all of you. I'm gonna kill you all. it's a whole thing. It's like, okay, no, we have to stop this guy.
He also gets in one last ditch showtime.
Yeah. You know what? Good thing they kept up with that. I'm glad they kept that going.
Yeah.
One final showtime. But yeah, he like, just starts doing his thing. And it's like, because Kara's in control now, he starts using like Belphemon's more advanced attacks to do weirder, more advanced things. Like he straight up starts like, shooting these crazy chains out all over the place. And it's like, yeah.
They just like suck up energy to power up Belphemon.
Yeah, it's like everyone has to like fire around the chains, and they have a whole thing where it's like Masaru and Toma have to team up to break through the chains to make an opening to hit him. And Shine Greymon just blasts him with Glorious Burst, and Kara's just like, oh god, why is it so huge?
Yeah.
Like it's notably like a gigantic fireball. It's like massive. I don't know, man. Is it weird that this arc is making me kind of like feel less interested in normal War Greymon?
I mean,
it's like War Greymon's cool, but I mean, look at this shit though.
The problem is that like in an adventure, it's like, yeah, War Greymon's cool and everything, but they had less budget probably.
Yes. It's like, Shine Greymon, he's like just fully armored and he looks sick and he's doing the biggest glorious burst. He's got his big crazy dragon tail and like the freaking wings are like just shooting energy and stuff like a freaking mecha. And it's like, damn, this is a cool Digimon though.
My thoughts on it is Shine Greymon is fine. Burst mode is super cool though.
Dude, I'm going real. I was not sold on burst mode. Cause you put burst mode in a video game, he's gonna look a bit goofy, I think. Just because of, all the weird fire effects and stuff are like hard to really like, do right. He looks so cool in this.
I think in Cyber Sleuth the fire effects look pretty good.
Like they look alright, but it's like, it leaves a bit to be desired, I think.
But yeah, I'm a big fan. It's like, oh, he's got like a sword and shield made of fire. That's pretty cool. And then he turns the shield into another sword, and it's like, oh, okay. And then he turns both swords into a big shield. That's like, okay, they're super versatile. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. It's like, alright, we have this whole thing where it's like, we shoot Kara and it doesn't do anything. It's not powerful enough. And he's like, he's just winning. Everyone's like, using the last energy to protect Masaru. Like, even though it's like Toma's efforts don't really result in much, you still do get the feeling that like everyone helps contribute to like, the fight going on. And you know what? I like that. I like that a lot. That this is like, it's Masaru's moment, but they still give everyone else like a thing to do to help out before he gets there.
Yeah, somebody has a big monologue about like all the puzzle pieces joining together to make a perfect picture or whatever. And it's like, yeah, everyone's perfectly in sync.
Yeah, that really is the vibe this like gives off. It's like, oh yeah, everything's coming together. And it's like everything's fine, like happening the way it should to make this moment happen.
Yeah.
Because this is not the one I want to show. I could have sworn I got the R1, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit jumping ahead.
Yeah, we get this sick shot. Where like Masaru's just like, hey, Shine Greymon, lend me your power. And it's like they go into this weird mental space where he's like, yeah, come on, man, you should know by now. Power isn't something to be like given or lent out. And Masaru's like, yeah, you know what? You're right. And it's like Masaru is just like, he's putting his whole overly macho bullcrap aside, and he's like, no, you know what? Yeah, I'm learning something from like someone else for a change. I'm taking it to heart, and let's do this.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
because I was like, where? Wait, okay, it's not something to be lent out or borrowed. Where is this going? It was like, oh, power is something to be shared or something.
yeah,
It's like,
power is
all right,
something to be combined. It's like, yeah, it's something you get by like working together, basically. It's like, yeah. It just
yeah,
all just goes into this idea that it's like, up until this point, it's like, oh, Masaru was kind of like the one in charge, and he was kind of like, the one calling the shots and doing the fighting and stuff to like push Agron forward. And now it's like, no, now they're in sync finally. And it's like, they're both attacking and at the same time they're both getting the punch in, they're like both on the same level, and it's like, you know what? Heck yeah. This is a good evolution. Heck yeah.
yeah. So yeah, the fight with the Shy Greymon burst mode is awesome. Like they stopped like at first they were doing some damage, but it wasn't amounting to much. No, now they're just crushing Belphemon.
Look how like cool this looks.
It's Goku goes Super Saiyan against Frieza. He's crushing him.
Yeah, Ultra Lol, exactly. Freaking
Yeah.
level 7.
Yeah. And I love there's a shot in this fight where Shine Greymon just starts menacingly walking at Karada. And Karada's like,
Yeah.
stay back.
Yeah, he's just so freaking. Cause it's like he transforms, he has the whole thing, you have the animation, and I'm going real, the animation on the actual evolution's kind of weak, but then it looks so good though.
It looks really good animated.
Yeah. And it's like he just zips forward super fast, there's like the sound of a fucking explosion. Oh, it's so good. He's like doing the whole thing. He's like turning the shield into the fire sword, like you said. He's like going back and forth. He like blocks the big attack, turns them back into swords. You just see a big like wall of flames shoot up, like knock Belphemon over. You don't even really see what he does. It just gets him.
Yeah, this fight is so good.
Oh man. Just walking up menacingly with his freaking fire wings just shooting off in all directions. Just got like both his fire swords out, just doing their thing, Yeah, I like how raw weapons are just energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I guess that's where the Geo Greysword thing is leading, is like, oh yeah, he's gonna have a sword later.
I guess so. And we still don't know how to bring out the Geo Grey sword.
It's kind of irrelevant now.
It kind of is. Who gives a crap? It's cool, but this is cooler.
Yeah, if you can burst mode without issue, then yeah.
There's this sick ass shot where it's like he walks up as Kara's like freaking out, and he just forms this giant like fireball in his hand, and the fireball just explodes, and there's like Masaru inside of it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's gonna do like a big, he put away his sword, and now he's gonna do like a big cool new attack, and it's like, no, Masaru emerges from the fireball, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he just looks so cool though.
Yeah. Also, they're kind of like Masaru having it like his eyes shaded out. Kind of reminded me of something that happens earlier. Like it's hiding Masaru in shadow for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's like he jumps out of a building and like tries to punch Belphemon. I feel like that's how they should have introduced him appearing on the scene, and then he punches Toma later.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. I thought we were gonna go a different direction and kind of talk about like why it looks cool, because it's like it just gives him that extra like intensity, because you have to like read into his emotions.
Yeah, no, this is cool, but it just made me think of that moment where Masaru was shaded out for some reason.
Yeah, it's like the finishing move isn't a big fire attack. Because you know what? We've been doing it this entire series. You know what we gotta do against him.
Shine Greymon, get me close enough so I can punch him.
I need to punch Karada in the Karada face as you punch him in the Belphemon face, and we do it together. Ah, it looks so good though. Look at this shot.
It's so good. So I wasn't expecting Belphemon to just be dealt with. I thought Belphemon was the final boss.
This worked out perfectly because we do 3 episodes at a time, so this was exactly the length of the freaking Belphemon arc. Like, exactly.
Yeah. But now I'm wondering, like, I know there's like a bunch of stuff in the opening or whatever, but it's like, where does it go now? What the heck?
Well, I have an idea for where it goes now, because you see, there's something I forgot to mention, because we got really excited by all the really cool, like, sick-ass animation going on for obvious reasons.
Right, the portal bombs, right?
Yeah. I think if nothing else, it's like, nah, if you can just check this episode out on your own, it is, like, super worth it. It's so good looking.
It's so cool.
It's such a good one. I don't know if I'd say this is like my favorite Digimon episode. This is up there though. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, damn, it might actually be because I'm thinking back. I don't know if I've been this high on one so far. Time for the classic Av Nowhere arc.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
We got 10 episodes left after this. We gotta do something in that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Belphon absorbs the power of a bunch of, like, dimensional bombs and just starts ripping open portals to the digital world, which is terrifying and a cool escalation, honestly. I think it's a pretty good threat, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like he's destabilizing the area because every attack he does tears open a hole.
Yeah, Toma is specifically like, we can't let him keep fighting, because, like, if he tears open enough holes in reality, the digital world could collide with the human world and destroy it.
Yeah. And I think the implication at the end of the fight is that that's what's possibly about to happen.
Yeah. We also at this moment where it's like, okay, they beat Belphemon and they punch the Karada out of him. And as he's like, just in the air, he's like, okay, but fine, I have one last trick left. It's showtime! And he like hits the thing, and it doesn't work, and he gets sucked into the sky and seemingly dies.
Yeah, I'm unsure what was supposed to happen, because it shows like a thing floating in the air, and like he has a button, and he presses it. There's like an explosion, but apparently that's not what it was supposed to do.
I think he wanted to open up a portal to the digital world and, like, escape again. But, like, he just, because he caused so much dimensional damage to the area around him, it messed up the oscillation bomb and it didn't do what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I think that's meant to be the implication, although I could be wrong here.
Yeah, I'm still kind of lost on what was supposed to happen there, but whatever it is, Karada didn't like it. It wasn't what was supposed to happen.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh man. But yeah, and then we get the big final shot of the episode, which is, freaking... Yeah, this one. And it's like, oh, yeah, this is a problem. That's probably not good, if that's just everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm gonna guess they have until the space in between them closes for them to fix this.
Oh, yeah. Like, did you watch the next episode preview?
Nope.
Is pretty much just like, hey, look, the Royal Knights are a thing.
Okay, yeah, because we saw them in the intro.
Yeah, so my assumption is going to be that it's like, okay, yo, we beat Kra, we have 10 episodes left. Now it's time for the Royal Knights to get involved, and they're gonna be like, oh, the human meddling is causing the worlds to collide. We have to destroy all the humans, and we have a Royal Knights arc where everyone gets their burst modes.
Yeah, it's like, what did you idiots do? And it's like, okay, we stopped the guy who did this.
Honestly, think out there's like 3 burst modes left. There's 10 episodes. That's like 1 burst mode every 3 episodes. Yeah, that works out. Yeah. So yeah, I have to imagine we're just gonna be like fighting Leopardmon, we're gonna find Gallantmon or like, I don't know, Craniumar or the crap. And yeah, that's gonna round out the season. We'll just beat God and be done with it, maybe. I don't know. It'll
So
be
I would,
like, oh yeah, see, both Digimon and humans are bad because, we humans, we tried to genocide your entire race, but, the Royal Knights are also a problem.
yeah. I'm gonna assume, like, I mean, my only frame of reference is like Cyber Sleuth, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I assume some of the Royal Knights won't be entirely antagonistic, and they'll be like, "No, I get it."
Yeah, I have to imagine, like, Gallantmon's probably gonna be a good guy, Omnimon's probably gonna be a good guy. Freaking Leopardmon's gonna be, like, the biggest villain, probably, but you know what? I've not really been sold on Leopardmon. He has kind of, like, a weird design, he's kind of, like, not, so I care that much about. Like, listen, freaking Digimon Data Squad, you got me. You sold me on Ravemon, you sold me on freaking Burst Mode, sell me on Leopardmon, let's go. just make me like Leopardmon. Make me genuinely care about this effing guy. Oh man. But yeah. Anything else we want to say out this?
No, I think that's all I've got.
Man, I feel like there's not much I really can say, because it's not like there's really a lot of deeper meaning here or anything to dig into. It's like, yeah, this is just a really effing good episode with good character stuff that I've already kind of talked about. And it's just a really good progression for Masaru's thing, and they did it really, really well. And I'm just a fan of everything they did with this. This is great.
Yeah, this is good. Almost the entire episode is like a fight, so yeah.
Why couldn't the rest of Data Squad be like this?
I mean, I feel like it's mostly been good.
Yeah, it's mostly been pretty solid. Yeah, it's mostly been pretty good. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys around then.
Yep. Later.
Later.